Attention passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. The latest news reveals something big happening in the NFC East that could change the game. With a direct impact on the Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift could leave a division rival stumbling for years, and we're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family, and help us reach 8,000 subscribers by sharing with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, you know how unpredictable and wild the NFL can be, especially when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. A team with a storied history, a passionate fan base, and always a lot of questions about their future. Today, we have explosive developments that could shake up the entire NFC East and redefine the Cowboys' strategy moving forward. We'll be talking about potential trades, quarterback futures, and a division that's more competitive than ever. So, buckle up because this is going to be a deep dive into everything happening right now that could shape the Cowboys' destiny for the next few seasons. First, let's set the stage. The Cowboys have long been considered contenders, or at least they've had the talent and roster to be one, but recent seasons have raised questions. The defense, which used to be the team's backbone, has shown flashes of brilliance but hasn't been consistent enough to carry Dallas deep into the playoffs. Micah Parsons, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, has been a game force, but even that hasn't translated into sustained playoff success. On the other side, the offense, led by Dak Prescott, has been a roller coaster moments of brilliance but also costly mistakes and inconsistency, especially in the postseason. With a 2-5 playoff record and Prescott's underwhelming numbers averaging 280 passing yards per game, it's hard to ignore the challenges. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The Cowboys are reportedly eyeing a potential shift at quarterback, and that's no small matter. They have Dak Prescott under contract for the next 3 seasons. But the NFL is a cutthroat league, and Jerry Jones, the owner, has never shied away from making bold moves. Rumors are swirling about the possibility of acquiring Shedeur, the highly touted quarterback from the University of Colorado, who has been impressing scouts and fans alike with his arm talent, leadership, and poise. But it's not just a simple college star going to the NFL. This is about a long-term vision for the franchise, and Dallas has historically been aggressive when it comes to star quarterbacks. Why, you ask? Well, Prescott's postseason struggles and injury history have made some fans and analysts question whether he's the franchise's future. His 2-5 playoff record doesn't cut it when you're trying to contend for titles. And as Prescott approaches his age 32 season, the window for running a championship-caliber team with him at the helm narrows. The Cowboys have made clear they see themselves as contenders, even being aggressive in free agency and trades. But when you look at their roster compared to divisional rivals like the Eagles and Commanders, there's a noticeable gap. The Eagles have built a powerhouse with a balanced team that can beat you on both sides of the ball, and the Commanders are not far behind with their aggressive approach. This leads to the big question: is Dallas considering a future beyond Prescott? The answer is yes, and recent reports about Shedeur could be the first step in that direction. Sanders, the son of legendary Deion Sanders, has been lighting up college football with his arm strength, accuracy, and leadership. He's a player with star appeal, and Jerry Jones has always been willing to make splashy moves to secure a franchise quarterback. But as with any high-profile prospect, there are concerns. Early in the preseason, Sanders struggled with timing and consistency, especially against NFL-level defenses and the complexity of NFL routes. His transition into the league isn't guaranteed, and the Browns, who drafted him with high expectations, have been cautiously evaluating his fit. The Browns, with a solid roster and seasoned veteran quarterback Deshaun Watson, have been assessing their options, especially after drafting Sanders, with the hope of developing him into their long-term starter. But early reports suggest Sanders isn't fitting perfectly into Cleveland's offensive system, with inconsistent timing with receivers and challenges with the speed and complexity of NFL defenses. Meanwhile, the Browns are happy with what progress and have seen a surprising breakout from their backup quarterbacks, leading to speculation that Sanders could be available via trade. Here's where the Cowboys come into the picture. Dallas has long been rumored to be in the market for a long-term successor to Dak Prescott, and Jerry Jones has shown a remarkable willingness to swing for star power. Whether through trades or signing big-name free agents, acquiring Shedeur could be a strategic move to secure a future franchise quarterback, especially if Prescott's performance declines or injuries continue to hamper him. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay dividends if Sanders develops into the star many believe he can be. So, what does this mean for Prescott? If the Cowboys move forward with Sanders, it doesn't necessarily mean Prescott is out immediately, but it puts a lot of pressure on him to perform this season and prove he's still the guy. The NFL is a results-driven league, and with the Cowboys roster not quite matching up to their division rivals, they need to maximize their window of opportunity. If Dallas falls short again in the playoffs, and, let's be honest, that's been a recurring theme, then the front office might pivot in 2026 and give Sanders or another young quarterback the keys. It's not just about the quarterback position. The Cowboys roster, while talented, has shown vulnerabilities on the offensive line and secondary, and their defense, although dominant in flashes, needs more consistency. The NFC East is getting more competitive, with the Eagles loaded with talent and the Commanders under new leadership quietly building something special. So the urgency to upgrade at quarterback and other key positions is real. Switching gears, let's talk about the Cleveland Browns and why they might be willing to trade Sanders after their evaluations in training camp and preseason. The Browns are pleased with Watson's development and the emergence of younger players, but they're also aware that Sanders might not fit their current system perfectly. His transition has been slower than expected, and with a veteran like Watson still capable of leading the team, Cleveland might see an opportunity to capitalize on Sanders' stock before it drops further. They're in a good position to trade him for draft picks, young players, or other needs, especially if they believe they can find a more immediate or reliable option to help them contend in the AFC. So, putting all this together, what does it mean for the Dallas Cowboys? We're entering a critical period in their franchise history. The team's window is closing, or at least tightening, and they need to decide whether to go all in with Prescott or start laying the groundwork for a new era. The potential acquisition of Sanders signals a desire to plan for the future, to find a quarterback who can lead them deep into the playoffs and possibly to a Super Bowl. It's a bold move but aligns with the franchise's history of making aggressive decisions. For the fans, it's a roller coaster of anticipation and hope. Will Jerry Jones pull the trigger and make a blockbuster trade? Will Prescott respond with a career-best season to silence critics? Or will Sanders be the next great Cowboys quarterback? In the making, the truth is, we're on the cusp of monumental changes, and the next few months will tell us a lot about where this team is heading. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that this isn't just speculation. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the Cowboys have shown a willingness to be bold. Shedeur Sanders could be the future or a trade chip that unlocks other assets for Dallas. Either way, it's a storyline worth watching, especially for us Cowboys fans who crave success and want to see our team rise to the top once again. So, what do you think? Are you excited about the possibility of Sanders donning the star? Do you believe Prescott still has what it takes to lead Dallas to a Super Bowl? Or are we heading toward a transition sooner rather than later? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, rumors, and deep dives into everything Cowboys. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Cowboys. Now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.